Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Pennzoil 400. 43 of CST31's Cup Series race track here at Las Vegas today, but only one knows to win today. For most around the field, this is where the season truly begins. No gimmicky super racetrack, no today, just a banked intermediate racetrack where the best of the best will rise to the top and still contend for victory today here at Las Vegas. Last thing came was back in 2021 where Kurt Busch was crowned as season world champion. He's not in this field unfortunately, he sadly retired a few years back, but a driver who did win this race is in the field. Before we get into this race though, we've got some drivers to look out for. Let's do that real quick. Starting on pole is the 24 of William Byron, quickest in qualifying, obviously he won the pole. Top 5 in practice, so keep an eye on the 24 car. He's got a fast 24 machine, he's also looking for a good run after getting involved in late race big at Daytona. Finding himself currently 33rd in points. It's hungry for more points here at Las Vegas. Scored 0 stage points, just the halfway points last time, and also really didn't run around at Daytona either. So keep an eye on William Byron. Again, he is hungry for more points here at Las Vegas. However, he wants to contend for this race to win, has to defeat the guy style alongside him. The best driver here at Las Vegas, Cameron Perkins, and your current points leader as well heading to Las Vegas as well. Why I say best? Well, he's won the last 2 races here at Las Vegas. 2020 a third finish over Matt Spadetto, and last time he came in, he did win this race in dominating fashion. Also, his worst finish here is only a 3rd. He has finished on the podium here at Las Vegas every single race we ran in the CST31 Cup Series. If you want to defeat Cameron Perkins today, you gotta go around him because he will be a factor for his race winners, obviously. Unless he makes a mistake, but like, it's Perkins, he never makes really any sort of mistakes. He didn't win Daytona though, that went to Denny Hamlin. He starts further back in this field, starting in the 8th position. Now, he won the 7th at Daytona final last race in a very emotional victory. I spoke to Denny a few weeks back and after the victory, and he said he's got more confidence coming to this race here at Las Vegas. He didn't have too much confidence coming to Daytona last race, but today he's got a lot more confidence. Keeping on this 11 car, trying to hunt down Perkins in the point standings. He's not too far behind Perkins in points, but if he wants to pass Perkins, he's got to go down and be consistent enough to get a lot of stage points and even win the race. Probably not, but no one's ever gone 2 races in a row, so we'll see. And of course, we're at Las Vegas. We got to talk about the hometown kid, Kyle Busch. Not much to say for Kyle Busch. Starts behind Denny in P9. However, he's still trying to just have a good run, just looking to turn his luck around here. Again, I told you about this back in Monza a few weeks back. Ever since joining us here, basically after winning Monza a few years back, he's just not been the same Kyle Busch. Not been contending for wins, no top 5, no top 10. I mean, he has like a few, but like, he's not being contending much anymore. Now, last time we did to Las Vegas, he was the only driver who did contend with Cameron Perkins, so maybe there's something coming this weekend for Kyle Busch. I mean, it's his home track, so maybe a good run is in his hands. We'll have to see. And finally, Ross Chastain actually starts alongside Kyle Busch in the 10th position. Ross Chastain, obviously, he didn't do too well last time at Las Vegas, he wrecked that early on. However, he is driving that 1 car, and obviously, like I said before, Kurt Busch won the championship in that 1 car last time. Obviously, it's not the same team as what Kurt won the championship with. Obviously, Ganassi got brought up by Trackhouse at the end of the 2021 season. But Ross Chastain, though, he's still putting some pressure underneath him. People have doubted him. Why are you driving this 1 car? It's not about as Kurt Busch. Ross Chastain wants to start the haters here today, trying to prove to everyone, hey, I want to win this 1 car's legacy here at Trackhouse Racing, continue the legacy that Kurt Busch left off at Ganassi. Starts 10th, let's see what Chastain do here today at Las Vegas. And that being said, let's head down trackside for your commands.
Derek Carr. Drivers, start your engines! Let's go!
And just like that, engines begin to fire up here at Las Vegas, here for the Pennzoil 400. Before we get into the race though, we gotta look at your starting lineup. Let's do that, real quick. Starting on pole, let me say, is 24 William Byron, and starting on him is the best driver obviously here at Las Vegas, that's Cameron Perkins. Row 2 is the 12 Ryan Blaney and the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Row 3, Jack Dennis West, qualifying P5, good qualifying run for him. He starts alongside the 45 Tyler Reddick. Row 4, big shout out to this guy, Mike McDowell, really good qualifying effort, qualified 7th at Spy Motorsport Equipment. A really good job for him. He starts alongside the defending Daytona Final champion, Denny Hamlin. Right top 10 in row 5 is the 8th of Kyle Busch, the hometown kid, lots of hints to 1 of Ross Chastain. Row 6 is the 48 of Joey Logano and 17 of Chris Buescher. Row 7 it's the 48 of Alex Bowman and 21 of Josh Berry, need a good point stay off. They only scored 1 point at Daytona last race. Row 8 it's the 2 dirt guys, Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson. Row 9 it's 2011 teammates of Bob Wallace and Corey Heim. And round top 20 row 10 is the 6th of Brad Keselowski and the 77 of Carl Tulsvide, also needing the point stay after also scoring 1 point at Daytona last race as well. Row 11 it's 54 of Ty Gibbs and the 60 of Ryan Preece. Row 12 is the Dillon brothers, Austin Dillon and Ty Dillon, the GOAT of NASCAR. Row 13 is 16 of age dominant, and 9 of Chase Elliott got a lot of work, so he's got a lot of ground to make up. Right behind him, row 14, Justin Haley finally qualified for a race this season. He's alongside the 43 of Eric Jones. Row 15 is the 42 of his teammate Johan Nemechek, and the 14 of Riley Herbst. Row 16 is the 2 of Austin Cindric back from him, and the 30 of Zane Smith. Row 17 is the 41 of Cole Custer, and the 34 of Todd Gillen. Row 18 is the 01 of Cole Joy, also qualifying for a show finally, and the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's got a lot of work to do as well. Row 19, 2 big guns, Noah Gregson and SVG, showing his independence still in intermediates and really opals in particular. And around the top 40 in row 20 is the 51 of Cody Ware, and the 96 also making his first race of the year, Brett Moffitt. Row 21 is the 15 of Garrett Smithley and the 44 of J.J. Ellie, and in running field all by himself is 66 of Timmy Hill. Only one car DQ'd this race, it's 52 of Joey Gates for his second race in a row. Man, this team just cannot seem to catch a break. And so here are your race facts for today's race. We got 43 drivers, 20 laps around here at Las Vegas, 0% chance of rain, a bright and sunny day here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Halfway points be handed out here on lap number 10, which will be interesting because the fuel window is about 10 to 15 laps. As soon as the halfway points come out, these guys are going to have a little bit thinking about start pitting. William Byron episode 4 starts in pole for today's race. And guys, we're ready to get this race started. As the pace car makes its way on the pit road, Byron and Perkins lead the field to the green flag. Green flag's in the air. Let's go gambling here at Las Vegas. Byron leads lap 1 here at Las Vegas. Cameron Perkins got dropped back almost minutes from the front row. He's already ran 9th position already. Tough break for him, but he's still got a lot of work to do. Though we do have a car move. That's Denny Hamlin. Started 8th, and he's already worked his way up to the 2nd position already, trying to pass his teammate Chase Briscoe for that 2nd position. Off of 4, he'll clear Briscoe. Put the 11 car up to 2nd position, drop 19 back to 3rd. Blaney right there behind them, the 4th from Reddick, running up top 5 currently right now. Here comes Briscoe though, he's not going to give up too easy to Denny. He'll get right back to the inside of him. Trying to side drive the 11 car. It's not going to happen. Denny Hamlin is going to roll around the outside here, lane here, and will not really clear him. Briscoe though, still right there. He's not going to go. He's not going to give up this fight too easily. But Hamlin will now prevail on the outside lane. Now put 11 car 2nd. Then Briscoe washes up, and that's down. Blaine sits inside of him. Now we got side by side battle. 3rd, 3 wide. Cameron Perkins immediately trying to make his way back to the front. He's now side by side Ross Chastain now for the 5th position, as Blaney will clear Trick Briscoe for the 4th position. How about these guys further back here? Mike McDowell, he's still hanging up in here, trying to battle Tyler Wright right now. That I believe is for the 8th position right now. McDowell looking pretty strong so far early on. Hanging up there with some of these bigger teams. His Aspire team at Perkins obviously is a few steps ahead of him right now. He just put Chastain for the 5th position. Side by side, still down the back straightaway they go. McDowell trying to get to the inside of Reddick here, but Reddick will prevail on the outside lane. Put Reddick back to pound McDowell. Now into the battle for 5th. Ross Chastain on the move. He'll look back to the inside of Cameron Perkins. He's been going out for the last couple laps. Chastain rolls in the inside lane, trying to get a side jump in, and he will. Down the back straight, they're going to be side by side in the turns 3 and 4. Chastain is going to clear him. Yes, he will. Put the 1 car back up to the 5th position. Perkins drop back to the 6th position. Tough break for Perkins. Back up front, now we got Chad up front for the race lead. Here comes Denny Hamlin, charging around the outside of William Byron. He's been putting some quick laps here for William Byron. Not the fastest lap, but he's been putting up some pretty good laps. He's faster than William Byron as it comes to lap number 8. William Byron only a few cars ahead of Denny Hamlin, who is charging. Ryan Blaney also is somewhat trying behind Hamlin as well. Hamlin up top, trying to get a good run off turn 2, and he will. He's now all the way behind William Byron. Let's head down the back straightaway. Here they come heading to turn 3. Byron goes low. Then he tries to go low, but gets error blocked. Dirty Ed gets in his way, and Denny Hamlin goes out the racetrack, but still gets a good run off turn number 4. And he's going to be all over by William Byron on the front straightaway as they head to lap number 9. Only 2 laps to go until halfway. Here's Hamlin peaking up top. They'll be side by side race leaders heading to turn number 1 and 2. Ryan Blaney still lurking in third. It happens to these two guys. Still though, side by side down the back straight they come. Chase Briscoe, I should mention, is also starting to fade back already. He's down in the battle of 6 with Tyler Reddick. Side by still Stu for the race lead. Denny gets the run of 4 on the outside lane. Denny with the run, and Denny is going to lead this lap barely over Byron. Lap number 10, 1 lap until we hang out some halfway points, and Hamlin will clear Byron to turn number 1 and 2, and Byron goes up the racetrack just a little bit. Try and get a run, he will. He's going to be all that weird quarter power of Hamlin. Now side by side racing down the back straight. This is for the halfway bonus. Hamlin to turns 3 and 4. Byron up top, Blaney's there too. Racing off turn number 4. Here they come. Green and white checker flag is going to go in the air, and Denny Hamlin's going to take the halfway bonus. Byron ends that Blaney for 2nd. Blaney 3rd. Chastain Chastain 4th, and Perkins gets 2 more extra points there in the 5th position. Now remember, do not throw the caution flag. We're still racing, and now we do have a pit stop now to kind of now in the way. Later, now inside William Byron. He's going to be side by side for second. It will take second away from William Byron. Looks like Byron is going to head to pit road right here. Oh, trouble, turn 2. Big impact. 1 going to the outside wall. That's the 30 of Zane Smith. Up in flames, and he'll bring out our first caution of the day. As the flames roar from the right side of Zane's car, Zane immediately out of that race car, winning it down, climbing out. He is alright, but running away from this flaming fireball right now, which is currently a burnt Chris. Not the day Zane wanted to end his day, unfortunately. And seems to arrive to the scene, trying to put out this fire. But again, thankfully Zane Smith is alright, but his car isn't so much. Let's look at the replay to see what happened to bring out our first caution of the day. So coming to turns 1 and 2 here. Oh, it looks like it cut a left front tire down. Up into roll and bam! Oh my, that was a bad angle to go into that wall as well. And then the flames immediately rise from the car, from his right side of his car, man. Big hit there. Look at Riley Herbst. Barely missed Riley Herbst. Good avoidance by Riley. Yeah, not the day Zane's going to end his day off. Currently on the hook. Done for the day. Tough break for Zane. He didn't pull off a good finish at Daytona last race, so he's going to be deep in points early on, so tough break for him. Anyways, pit lane is open, and everyone who did not pit was going to come to pit road. Let's send it down to your pit reporters.
Race leader Denny Hamlin brings the 11 car to pit road to Chris Gale and the crew. Staying in the car could be a bit more tighter in the corners, as the car does like to wash up in the corners. Other than that, it is perfect on the long run. No changes asked. Other than that, 4 tires of fuel and a huge weather adjustment to the 11 car, and he's away.
There are no smiles in this 2014, specifically William Byron, complaining the car is way too loose in the corners. He realized the inside lane likes to work down there, but unfortunately the car lets wash up and just goes to this lane instead. So a lot of adjustment in front of this 24 car as he races off. Back to you in the booth.
Thanks guys, and if you're wondering why pistol number 1 is important, well here you go. Good example here. William Byron wins race off pit road. Picks up 2 positions over Hamlin, Blaney, Larson, and Chastain round up top 5. However, they are not your race leaders. 2 drivers still on the racetrack. Daniel Swears and Brad Stowski, who had just pitted before the caution came out, still in lead lap, and now your new race leaders. Big break for them, and they get a lot of track position as well. And also Yili gets free pass, but like, who cares? Anyways, Zane Smith hiding to the outside wall brings out our first caution of the day. Doing it right back after these quick commercial messages.
Angler, we move fast, we keep it consistent, and we do it right every time. Metal roofing and gutter system, built to perform. That's why Angler proudly supports Ryan Ellis and DGM Racing, because on the track, it takes speed, precision, and a crew that never misses. That's what makes us Angler. Not just machines, not just metal, but the people and the standards behind it. This is Angler.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. So remember when I said earlier in the show that Perkins and Red make any sort of mistakes? Yeah, he made a mistake. 2 fast entering pit road, have to restart at the tail end of the field, tough break for Perkins. This could put his points leader in jeopardy, and also his podium streak Las Vegas jeopardy as well. So tough break for Perkins is going to take my attention for the race win. Then again, I don't think the rest of the field could care less because it takes out of attention for the race win. Anyways, back to start. Please, that's where we go. We've got Swears on the outside, Kazowski on the inside. They stayed out. Here we go. Green flag back here at Las Vegas. Decent restart for Daniel Swears outside, but here comes Hamlin and Byron. Here they come racing to turn 1. Hamlin rolls around the outside of Swervers and Byron, and we'll go back to the race lead, but Byron though has a good one in turn 2, and he's side by side racing down the back straight, somewhat free wide. They are free wide though, multiple lanes wide on the back straightaway. Side by side racing to turns 3 and 4, Hamlin has to run, and we'll clear Byron once again, and back to the race lead here at Las Vegas. That's Denny Hamlin. Here comes Ross Chastain now looking inside Kyle Larson. Larson, like I said, first time inside top 5 all day long, running real good, and Chastain loses on the inside of him, and we'll go 3 wide between Busch and Reddick. Thankfully, Hal's onto it, but he'll lose a few possessions in the process. Not so fast as Bell gives him a good push, and with Ross Chastain clear him, now back to the 4th position. Didn't leave too much though, so thankfully he can still continue on. Back up front though, battles on for the race lead. William Byron is still right down Denny Hamlin. Hamlin's been really good on these restarts, but William Byron definitely has a good short run race car. We'll see what he can do here. We're coming to about 6 laps to go right now. Can he put the pressure on Hamlin? How about Larson there too? He has currently got the fastest lap right now as he tries to close on the rib bump of Hamlin and Byron, trying to gain this battle for the race lead. Oh, big crash down the back straightaway. Todd Gill and Alex Bowman collide. And now bring our second caution of the day. Todd Gillen, massive impact into the inside wall at a bag angle as well on the back straightaway. Alex Bowman also involved as well. A lot of front-end damage to his car, not as much as Todd Gillen though. And oh, looks like Carl Tulsford also got a bit of damage in that as well. The left front fender of his car has got a bit of damage there as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with this incident, however, because it's Karsten. Usually when he's been involved in incident recently, it's kind of 50-50 usually his fault. Bowman will drive away from the incident. Todd Gillen, however, obviously is not front damage. Too much damage, just stays down, winning it down. Top for Todd, his second DNF in a row. Not the way he wanted to start his season off. Here's a replay of what just happened back straight away. Off of turn 2 here, like Bowman washed up going to Carson there. And then Carson just right hooks him. Just like that. What the heck was he thinking? And takes out instant Todd Gillen as well. He just had just instant there. He goes hard into the inside wall. Big impact there. Man, thankfully he was alright. But back to Carson. Second time he's done this to someone. Did the Kurt Busch at Mansfield a few months back. And now he's done Alex Bowman. I mean, he was on thin ice after that Mansfield incident. But this might be a harsh penalty if this officials want to. Gillen on the hook. Day done. Top break for him. Alex Bowman also in pit road against him, repairs to his car. Just not a good day for Alex Bowman. He's also had a rough start to do as well, along with Todd. Top right there. And then Carson Hulsford, he's taking this guy's garage area. Studio officials have decided to park Hulsford for the rest of this race. Will potentially reckon Alex Bowman there. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't return for next race. Just free warning there. I don't think he's coming back next race. But go on this stuff, Carson. Can't right hook people just like that. Anyways, Carson Hulsford causes a big crash in the back straightaway. Don't go right after these quick messages.
Raise sunglasses. Break them or lose them. We'll replace them. Easy as that.
Kyle's gonna need new Shady Rays Titan.
Let's get him another pair. Fast.
How you doing? Doing good. How about you? Hi.
Shady Rays. Eyewear that has your back.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Another quick update on Carson Hulsford and his situation back straightaway. He's also been told to go to NASCAR holder as well post-race, along with crew chief and spotter. So, like if they're not going to Kansas next race, is getting high by the second. Anyways, we still got a race to finish. It's Hamlin, Byron, Larson, Chastain, Buescher, that's your top 5. Here we go, green flags back in the air at Las Vegas. Even start for both drivers. Now here comes Kyle Larson, 3 wide. Kyle Larson with a blinding restart goes between both drivers. He's not going to clear it, going to be 3 wide off of turn 2. 3 wide down the back straight for the race lead here at Vegas. Chastain Buescher right behind them. Into turns 3 and 4, Byron not clear of Larson, but Hamlin gets shoved 3 wide for 3rd place as Larson still right beside William Byron for the race lead. 4 laps to go here. The Henry teammates still side by side for the race lead. Into turns 1 and 2. Larson trying to get his outside lane rolling. Byron's got the inside lane. Still side by side down the back straightaway. Ross Chastain will clear Ham. He's back down to 4th. Here comes Corey Heim looking outside of Chris Buescher. Where the heck did Corey Heim come from? Still side by side of race lead. Kyle Larson will not give up in the outside lane. Now only 3 laps to go. Ross Chastain is though right there. He has been lurking all day inside the top 5, waiting to pounce. These Henry teammates that are still side by side. They've been side by side for like over half, like 2 laps now. Holy cow! Larson not gonna give up on the outside lane too easily. Byron still right there on the inside of him. Larson still an even run. Here they come racing through the 3rd stretch. 2 laps to go. Here comes Chastain. 3 wide for the race lead once again in turn number 1. Larson ripping up top. Byron in the middle. Hamlin's creeping back into the picture as well. Heim clears Buescher for 5th. Chastain clears for the race lead though. But Larson still on the outside lane as Byron gets dropped just to 3rd. Chastain on the low line. Larson will now prevail. Chastain now to the race lead. Here they come racing a 4. White flagging. Yeah, Ross Chastain looking for his 2nd career win. Larson though, does he have one last run at him? Then it turns 1 and 2 for the final time in the last lap. Ross Chastain, we told him in the pre-race show, he has some pressure underneath him. People doubted this man. Would he continue the legacy of this C31 Cup Series? It looks like the legacy shall continue. Off the 3 and 4, Ross Chastain is going to gamble here at Vegas. He's your winner here at Las Vegas.
Hell yeah, boys! Make some smoke and drink some beer! Let's drink some beer!
Yeah, it sounds like Chastain's very excited right now. 2nd career win for Ross Chastain, 3rd win for Team Trackhouse, and Chastain hits back to the lane for the first time since Talladega last year. It hasn't been that long since Chastain last won a race. This is how he got it done. A bonsai 3-1 move to the inside of William Byron and Kyle Larson. Byron trying to attack Larson in the outside lane, trying to not make him side draft. Didn't even realize Chastain got a huge run on turn 4. Got to both the inside and make the pass in turn 2 to clear Byron. Not so much Larson, but eventually we clear him in turn 4. We'll come to the white flag. But man, what a win for Ross Chastain Team Trackhouse. What a win here for him. And there you have it, Ross Chastain gets the win here in Las Vegas, second career win for him. This will be a big victory for this one team, a boost up in the point standings big time. Wasn't too far behind in points, but a big boost up in points anyway. I'll see the point standings though just in a minute. First of all, here are your fin results from today's race. Ross Chastain gets the win, Kyle Larson second, Denny Hamlin third. He did get the fastest lap, that's why his NASCAR next to his name. William Byron fourth, Corey Heim somehow got a top 5, don't know how he did that. Kurt Busch is strong from him in 6th, Bell 7th, Blaney 8th. Shout out to Josh Berry, he needed a good point today, he only had 1 point. Coming into this race weekend, a strong 9th place finish, good for him. And Ty Gibbs gets back-to-back top 10s. If you thought last race top 10 at Daytona was a fluke, yeah, he undid a few with a top 10 here. Good for him. Reddick back-to-back 11th place finishes for him. He's still decent in point, which is good. Ty Dillon somehow got 14th. I don't know how he did that. Cameron Perkins obviously came back to finish 15th after getting a penalty. Unfortunately, his podium streak here at Las Vegas does unfortunately come to an end, so tough right there for him. Daniel Suarez fell back late on those tires. He was not much effect all day long. Shout out to Rick Stenhouse Jr. I would say him. He started outside top 30, qualified for 17th. That's pretty good for Stenhouse standards. Then you just got guys further back who just had a bad day, like Joey Logano, Mike McDowell kind of fell back. Eric Jones, Kyle Busch specifically finished 20 stacking. Ouch. Bubba Wallace struggled this race, and you just got guys who just kind of really struggled. Priest, Cendric. Shane in one of his oval starts, and didn't do too bad for, inexperienced standards. Bowman last finished race in 40th, and then the other three obviously either Park, the Holstevard, and then the former teammates being in 42nd and 45th respectfully. Yeah, not a good day for front row motorsports. And here are your point standings after the second race of the year. Denny Hamlin takes the points lead away from Perkins after the second race of the year at Las Vegas after his 15th place finish today. Chastain up to 3rd in points after this win today. Heim is still 4th in points somehow. Blaney's 5th. Larson 6th. Ty Dillon starting around in 7th. William Byron after getting a lot of points today. He's up to 8th in points. Good points today for him. Gibbs 9th and Reddick around the top 10th in points right now. Still a couple of interesting names around this. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. still hanging around in 13th. Nemechek, those legacy cars still kind of hanging around there. A few guys kind of making their way up. Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, some of the Joy Gibbs cars made some ground up today. And then other guys who just haven't had a good start to the year. Brad Keselowski, 22nd in points still. He needs a few positions, but other guys like Joey Logano still 28th in points. Mike Dow, Suarez. And then the second pair, you just got bad guys. Like both Austins have struggled this year out the gate. Zane Smith off his DNF now 34th in points. Bubba Wallace is 35th out. Any guys below the cut line if you want to qualify for a race. Alex Bowman 36th in points. Remember, the chart system is no more. Everyone, obviously, if you're outside the top 35 bonus points after race 3, you gotta start qualifying your way into each race. So Bowman's now 36th in points. He's had a bad start to the year. Justin Haley, Corey Joyce finally got some points on the board. And then further back, Todd Gill and Cars Holter have only 3 and 2 points respectively after back-to-back DNFs. Tough break for those two drivers. Basically, their time to hopes are basically over at this point. Tough break for them. I should also mention one other thing as well, is that Clegg Burton on here. Again, whoever's doing these graphics, I need to fire them, because how do you forget these two drivers? Like, I mean, they didn't run life. I mean, they remember Casey Mears, and then you didn't remember Parker or Harrison here. Like, come on, please. Do next time better. Whoever did this graphic, do better next time. Anyways, that will do it here at Las Vegas for the second race here. A big congratulations to Ross Chastain and Trackhouse Wednesday's race here at Las Vegas. Next race, we're heading to another intermediate, Kansas Speedway, the for the Advent Health 400. That'll be a good race. It's a race that probably some guys really need to improve on. Bowman, Logano, Wallace. That's a pretty good track for them, so maybe they'll do something there. We'll have to see. Anyways, that's the next race. From us here at Las Vegas, this is us at CST31 Racing Network. Sign up, congratulations to Ross Chastain and Trackhouse Racing, win here at Las Vegas. And we'll see you all next race at Kansas Speedway.